Elizabeth Goltra herself would describe these places as stupendous, God's gift, and splendid scenery to cheer a weary emigrant. Wednesday, June the 1st. For the last 10 days, we have been traveling up the Platte Bottom, a distance of 125 miles. Have traveled slow and laid by 2 days. The grass has been quite good most of the way. Had considerable of rain, which is the most unpleasant part of it. The scenery along the river is much the same, quite pretty, though not enchanting. Nothing of striking interest has occurred, except we see plenty of wolves, antelope, buffalo, prairie dogs, and dog towns, etc. However, there were certain famous landmarks of the Oregon Trail that emigrants made particular notes about, and many of those famous landmarks appeared in a stretch along the North Platte River from Ash Hollow to Fort Laramie. In fact, Elizabeth Goltra herself would describe these places as stupendous, God's gift, and splendid scenery to cheer a weary emigrant. Let's take a quick look at some of these most famous landmarks of the Oregon Trail. The landmarks are listed from east to west, and as a result are in the sequence pioneers would have seen them. Courthouse and Jailhouse Rock. One of the famous landmarks of the Oregon Trail occurred just a few days west of Ash Hollow, near the present-day town of Bridgeport, Nebraska. It was at this point that emigrants entered into what author Merrill J. Mattis states was an unforgettable scenic corridor. The two large rock formations are composed of clay, sandstone, and volcanic ash, and Courthouse Rock rises more than 240 feet above the prairie below. After so many weeks on the endless prairie, pioneers were nearly always impressed by its appearance. Here are a few primary sources recorded about the landmark. June 27. Passed within about 3 or 4 miles of Courthouse Rock, which presents a grand and imposing appearance. I should call it a castle, as it is mainly round and looks as if it might be fortified. It rises abruptly out of the rolling country and stands entirely alone with the exception of a smaller square rock some 100 feet from it called the Jail. It is well worth a place in a sketchbook of scenery. Elisha Perkins, 1849. June 1st. Away to the left loomed up to appear a most stately mansion, an old feudal castle with bastions, parapets, etc., entirely detached from any range of hills. This being Sunday, we laid up for the respite of man and beast. Our camping ground is truly romantic. Chimney Rock has become one of the most famous landmarks in the American West. largely due to its stop along the Oregon Trail. Seen by about 350,000 pioneers, fur trader Warren A. Ferris left the oldest known written description of Chimney Rock. On May 26, 1830, his party reached Nose Mountain, or as it is more commonly called, the Chimney, a singular mound which has the form of an inverted funnel. Joseph Hackney, a 49er on his way to the California gold fields, described Chimney Rock as the most remarkable object he had ever seen. Many 19th century travelers stopped to wonder at this natural curiosity. Landmarks along the trail helped immigrants know they were making progress. Hundreds of later travelers also described this impressive landmark. Chimney Rock was the first of many spectacular sights along the Oregon-California Trail. No doubt its reputation grew because it came early in the journey and after many miles of flat plains. Many travelers carved their names on Chimney Rock, though few carvings lasted long. I engraved my name and the name of my wife. There were several ladies and gentlemen on the rock with me, and after I had completed my name, I looked to my left, and there stood a young lady who had cut foot and hand holes in the soft rock, busily engaged in scribing her name about 2 feet higher than my own. James W. Evans, 1850. The natural forces of deposition and erosion, slow forces that shape the earth, formed Chimney Rock. Many observers, like Israel F. Hale in 1849, predicted that the rock would fall. Even the names that were written yesterday in the rock at the base were nearly obliterated by the storm last night. If I mistake not, the famous Chimney Rock, before many years, will be among the things that were known in history. One immigrant wrote in 1850, I had intended to notice in my journal every grave and burying place that we passed, but I have abandoned this part of my plan. Graves are so numerous that to notice them all would make my narrative tedious. The trip was long and difficult, with disease, heat, lack of water, and the threat of Indian attacks the constant dangers. But the call to adventure, possible riches, and a new start in life encouraged the hardy pioneers to make the journey. The location of Chimney Rock is 1.5 miles south of Highway 92 on Chimney Rock Road near Bayard, Nebraska. The Nebraska State Historical Society now manages Chimney Rock as part of a historic site. Viewing the rock is available from several places, including from the site's visitor center. This center houses a museum with interpretive and interactive exhibits about this natural feature and the emigrant trails. It also contains a small theater with a video presentation about the Great Migration West and a bookstore. Modest admission is charged.